Hey guys. So I figured since I get a lot of questions from like friends and family back home that I would just give you a general life update since I'm in the mood for recording videos apparently. Um, so everything's been going pretty well. Work is good. I'm learning a lot, and I think that's probably the most stressful part is like the learning curve. Once that's kind of toppled, it'll be a lot better, but for now it's like when I get a new project and I don't know everything about it or how to do everything about it, it's I don't know, it's just harder because a lot of other people in the office, most other people in the office already have done it, so they already know what they're talking about. So sometimes I feel like the dumb kid, but everyone seems to like me well enough, and I've made lots of pretty things that will be on store shelves very soon. I'm gonna have some products in TJ Maxx and Ross, like stationery pieces, that sort of thing. So I will let you guys know as soon as I know that any of this stuff is actually in stores. So, what else? No, I haven't seen any famous people yet. They're always like 10 minutes away from me. It's really crazy how close everyone is. Like, I really need to start stalking, like, after this weekend, once, like, my whole life is put away in the apartment. Um, the apartment's good. It's cool. My roommates are really cool. Um, like, we're still putting everything together, obviously. The building's pretty quiet, which is really nice. Seems pretty safe as well. So that's also really good. Um, Driving in LA is like an exercise in survival skills. There are pretty much no traffic laws here, so you kind of have to do whatever's necessary just to not die. Once you get over that, then driving's okay. Um, of course, I'm sure that about the time I come back to the East Coast and attempt to drive anywhere, everybody's going to be seriously questioning my sanity with my techniques. But I assure you that they're quite useful here. Um, Bob's good. He has a job as a production assistant, and because he works with a company that does a lot of like reality TV and um, like live events, that sort of TV, like not really scripted. Well, it is scripted, but not really like not a series, like so TV events. They have a lot of tight schedules, so for the month and a half that he's worked there, he's probably spent at least half that time on crunch time. Crunch time basically means that he doesn't get back until like, I don't know, like 1 a.m., 1:30. So there are definitely weeks where I don't actually see him awake at all, and he doesn't see me awake. It's going to be getting better though very soon because they're going to be done with all of that. And hopefully that'll be it for the rest of the time that he has this position. But we'll see. Cool thing, he did get to stand like pretty much right next to Selena Gomez a couple days ago for this new upcoming Disney dance competition. I told him to lick her for me. Seeing as he's not in jail, I don't think he listened. Disappointed. In other news, okay, so a lot of you guys are like, oh, what's like, what's LA like? Is it so different? And I guess to answer that for everyone, really depends on what neighborhood you're in. Everything changes block by block around here. It's kind of like one area can be totally kind of suburban. And you're like, oh, this isn't that different. And then you turn a block and you're seeing like, LED signs and cars that are obviously far too expensive for you to even breathe on. So it really just depends block by block, but there are definitely some areas where you're like, what is with all this hype about LA? Like, this is just a regular place. And then you go to areas where it's totally like every stereotype about California that you have ever heard in your entire life. And my best example so far has been the time that I've explored on Melrose, because they have just like, it's so many hipsters, which, I like it. and they had the taco truck that also sold jeans. This taco truck is like owned by the Gap, and they sell both tacos and jeans. And neither are actually going to kill you, which is the most surprising part. I have been through Hollywood a couple times, like the areas around it. I've been to Beverly Hills. A couple nights ago, Wednesday night, I went to a press screening event of The Human Centipede 2. And while it sounds really cool to say you went to a press screening event, don't ever see that movie. Ever. So scarring. I need brain bleach. That's how bad it is. Don't do it. Seriously. What else? Bob, miraculously got this weekend off, which is really cool. So we're gonna go, take care of a lot of things and then have some fun, for once, and chill out. I'm gonna be really relieved when my probationary period for work is up, and hopefully I, prove myself worthy enough to, stay there. Everyone seems to like me, though, and they seem to like the stuff that I'm doing, so, shouldn't be that big a deal. I miss a lot of you guys, Joe. I know we haven't talked, and I know I meant to, and then I got busy, and I'm sure you're busy. I've heard from Sierra that you're really busy, and Sierra, obviously, I miss you too, but at least we talk on the phone semi-regularly, which is more than I can say for a lot of people. Not like you guys have to call me, I'm just saying, I know it's hard to keep in touch. For all of you guys who forget, sometimes I am 3 hours behind you. So, if it's 9 a.m. your time, it's 6 a.m. my time. And I work from 8 a.m. my time until 5 p.m. my time. Which is why when some of you guys call, I'm in work and I don't answer, or I can't answer, or that sort of thing. I'm not ignoring you, just I can't. Or I don't have an opportunity to take a break at that moment. A lot of people have also been asking, what I do, what's my actual work. I'm an assistant designer at Punch Studio. And we make a lot of different things, like decorative bags, stationery coordinates, boxes, photo albums, a lot of that stuff that you kind of see, in Michaels or in, like we said, TJ Maxx or Ross. But we also have, bigger name customers like Tuesday Morning and Barnes & Noble and Michaels. So, that really highly decorated stuff that, you see at, usually kind of an arts and crafts store that you would buy, a little notepad set or something. That's the kind of stuff that we make. And basically what I do is I'm usually given the assets for a design, okay, here's a bunch of imagery that we use to make a design. Now, you play with this imagery and change it and do whatever you got to do to it and make it applicable for, all these other different piece types. So I've made journals, I've designed journals, notepads, bags, cards, boxes that hold soap, a lot of different things. So I make a lot of stuff. And it's pretty cool because, it sells and people actually buy my stuff. I feel really fortunate to have this job. It's pretty sweet. Play on Photoshop all day. So I guess that kind of sums it up. I don't want to make this too long. If you guys have any questions for me, feel free to ask, and maybe I'll just do another video post since this is probably the best way to reach everyone. Mom, Dad, Lauren, Heather, Angel, I miss you guys. Guess that's it. Peace out, son.